How are we getting on, people? Luke here from LAGFX. We're back today with a new video. I haven't done a case study in a very long time, so I thought, why not do a new case study video today for you all? And what better market to do it on than Bitcoin? This is a cryptocurrency that we have seen trade down in a bearish way for the past few weeks now. And I truly believe this is going to continue for a longer period of time before we see the next bull run. So if you guys are looking to invest in Bitcoin and you want to find some good areas to invest from, good prices in the market, then stay tuned and watch this video, because I'm going to be giving you guys specific areas of interest that I feel will be pinnacle points in the market where we should see price reverse from. Now, of course, I'm not right 100% of the time, but the analysis that I perform on Forex pairs seems to play out more often than it doesn't. So we are going to follow the same approach with this market as we do Forex, looking at areas of supply and demand and concentrating on the price action that this market has put in over the course of the last 6 or so years. Now, if you guys have any questions with regards to the analysis I go through today, the things that I speak about, or the zones that I've highlighted, then please leave them in the comments below. Let's create a discussion. And if you do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Now, when we start a case study, it's very important that we look at the overall structure of a market. And the reason why we do this is so we can come to a conclusion on the overall bias of a market. This gives us the direction we should be looking to trade in, as we should always be trading with the prevailing trend, as this encourages a profitable position and it gives us additional probability of coming out on top when we do place trades in these markets. So looking here, pretty obvious that this market is trading us in a bullish way. We could mark out this as a low, this here as the first high, this here as the second low, and this here as the third high. So you can see that we are delivered with clear bullish structure. Now, what we are seeing at the moment is price retracing, fractally as such, and I believe that we may see this continue for a longer period of time to put in a deep correction before its next bull run. This, again, would be following those laws of bullishness. We have a new higher low set followed by a new higher high. So I do believe we are going to see a new high created that's going to come higher than the 74,000 mark. But I do believe we can expect a deeper correction round maybe the 34,000 mark before that next bull run. So if you guys are looking to buy into Bitcoin and you want to invest in this currency, then I would suggest waiting and holding off before buying in. There's no harm in buying in now, but we are going to see price continue to fall before that next bull run. Now, what better place to buy into a market than at the end of the correction and the start of the next impulse? This will avoid going into any type of drawdown, losing any investments, and it will stop any emotional decisions being made. Evidently, this is the last impulsive wave, okay? So what we want to do is we want to find areas within the last impulsive wave that are holding demand. Now, the reason why we want to do that is because these are going to be areas that we can expect price to reverse from. Now, you might be wondering, why is it important to highlight these areas of demand, and why does price reverse from these areas of demand? Well, when price trades down into an area of demand, what happens is any sell orders that have encouraged price to move lower, they are usually offloaded, so those positions are closed, and buy positions are loaded into the market. So a lot of buy orders will be executed around these areas of demand, and that's because demand is being introduced and supply is being offloaded. So we usually see a flip in that supply and demand balance. Not only are we removing sell orders, but we are introducing buy orders, which gives us this sharp move back to the upside. And that's what we can expect when price trades down into these areas of demand. So if you are familiar with order blocks or hidden order blocks, then you'll understand and you'll know that this here represents an order block. This is a last sell to buy region. So this is an unmitigated area of demand. So we're going to mark this out as our first point of interest. And then here we have the same. This is a clear order block on this time frame, which has been left over. Now within these two areas, as you can see, there are sell orders that need to be closed, buy orders that need to be introduced. Okay, so you can see here. So for those who aren't familiar with hidden order blocks, you might be wondering, what classifies this as a hidden order block? Well, if we look at the open and close of a candle, you can see that price has traded up to this point, and then we've had bearishness being introduced, which has brought the market down, the value of this candle down, and we've had a close here. Now this candle here is opened, and we've had a continuation in bearishness, trading us down, creating the bottom of this wick before a large move to the upside. So we understand that between this wick and this wick here, there is bearishness or sell orders that have been left unmitigated. So this is what classifies a demand zone or an order block or a demand order block. This here is quite evident. We can see that there was a lot of bearish pressure here before a large move to the upside. This is institutional control, and price hasn't come to clear this area of demand. So these are two areas of interest that I would love to see price trade down and into before taking us higher in this market. Now what we can do is we can go down to the weekly, down to the daily, and we can really decipher these areas and make sure that they are still valid. Now when I look at this, I can see that there is a key order block here. So we could always refine our zone to as small as this candle if we wanted to. I'm going to leave it at this point because I think it's sensible to have these higher time frame order blocks in play, just because we understand that with this market, yes, we will see a penetration, but we will still have plenty of time to invest in this and buy into this market whilst prices within these areas. So just going back to the 3 monthly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually mark out these areas for you all, and I want you guys to pause the video and do the same and just wait and see how price plays out from these zones. So it's anywhere between 38,681 and 44,698. The second zone, which is a little bit lower, is 24,892 and 31,912. So these are the two areas of interest that I am looking to buy into Bitcoin. Now, if for any reason price trades down and through this one, absorbing this entire area of demand, that's absolutely fine because we have price trading down and into this, and that should be the area of interest that price reverses from. Just because when we look here at any other data, there is nothing else really to suggest that price could move lower to grab any remaining demand in the market. So these are my 2 points of interest that I really believe price will reverse from, one or the other. So now that we have our areas of demand and areas to buy into this market, we could always look to short Bitcoin. Now, yes, this is risky because this market is one that's in a bullish trend, and we should always trade with the prevailing trend. But those who are looking to capitalize in both buys and sells in this market, you could be looking to sell into this market before you go long. Now, before we look to go long in this market, we need some kind of confirmation to tell us that this market is actually within a corrective phase. So what do we look for when it comes to a reversal or a change in trend direction? Well, we look for a valid break of structure, okay? So I'm going to head down to as low as the 4-hour time frames, and I'm going to look at this structure here. Well, I can see that we are quite evidently breaking the lows that have been set in the market and creating new lows. We are also respecting these highs that have been set in the market. Now, realistically, within this distribution, I would suggest this being the last protected low within the bullishness, as this low created the highest high. What we've then seen is this low break to create a new lower low, and we have since seen price respect these highs, protecting those highs and creating these new lower lows. So I would mark this out as a break of structure, and I'd be then looking at the impulsive wave that broke the structure for areas of supply to get involved in short positions from. So the impulse that broke the structure was this one here. So it would be within my interest to look for areas here to look to sell into this market from. Now, with our knowledge of order blocks and hidden order blocks, you can see here that there's quite an obvious order block that's left over. This green candle before a large, heavy red candle to the downside. And you can see that price trades perfectly into this zone before a rejection to the downside. So this would have been a perfect point to actually sell into the Bitcoin. Now, again, it is risky to be selling into Bitcoin when we understand that this is probably a cryptocurrency that is always going to hold value. I feel it holds the same kind of characteristics as the likes of your gold and silver, your precious metals. This is going to be seen as a precious currency. So I believe this is a bullish market and will always be a bullish market, but there's no harm in looking to get involved in the corrective waves that come with the impulses. So this would have been a perfect point to enter. Now you may be wondering, well, how would I have entered into this? Well, we had the break of structure to the downside. That gives us the suggestion that price is moving in a bearish way. What I would have looked for again is the penetration of the area of supply and another break of structure. Well, this would have been the last protected low within the bullishness that traded us up and into this area of supply. So once that broke, that would tell us that this corrective wave here had finished and a new impulse is ready to take place. So I probably would have looked to got involved in short positions from here, placing my stop loss just above, and then my take profit would be set way down to the first area of demand that we've got marked out here. And you can see that we would have a lovely 1 to 5 trade. Nothing too crazy, but still a brilliant trade nevertheless. And we are well within profit already at the moment. We're looking at 2.3% returns from this position. So that's a trade that I would have looked to have entered from based on the data that we've been delivered with so far. Now you may be wondering, well, how can we look to tackle this market moving forward? How can we look to get involved in short positions? We can see that currently price is putting in a corrective wave on the 4-hour timeframes, and it seems to be coming up to clear this hidden order block here. So I wouldn't be surprised if price trades up and into this area before a continuation to the downside. Now, if this area of supply is absorbed and we continue to see price trade higher, then I would probably look to go short from this area here. Very, very small in comparison to the first zone I've got marked out. However, this is a valid area up here of interest, and I would love to see price trade up and into this, assuming this one is fully absorbed. At that point, if we do see a key rejection from here, then great, we can look to go short with a very refined stop loss. However, if this is also absorbed, then my only other option to get involved in this market in short positions would be from this one here, or a sweep of our first zone, as price never hit the 50% mark. So we've got 4 areas of interest. We have the initial zone where price tapped into. We have a zone just below it. The increments are here on the right hand side, and then we have this very small one. Again, the increments, the value in prices here on the right hand side, and then we have this one here. So there are plenty of opportunities to go short in this market. We just need to wait for the right rejection from one of 4 zones that we've got marked out here. Now, once price trades into our areas of demand, this is where we can look to close those shorts and we can look to really invest in Bitcoin. I want to see price trade down and into one of 2 zones, deliver us with a break of structure to the upside, suggesting the end of the corrective wave, price to pull back into a second demand zone where we can then look to take part in the next impulsive wave from. This gives us the ability to get involved in this market with a refined entry and a greater risk to reward when we are looking to take profit. We can really buy into this market from that specific area and price. So that is my analysis for the Bitcoin to the US dollar market. As I said, this is a bullish market in my opinion. We should really be looking to invest into this market longer term, as I truly believe this is a cryptocurrency that's going to hold its value and only increase in value. We just need to find good areas. So I've given you 2 brilliant areas here that can be visible and can be visibly seen on the 3-month time frames. Just wait for the right confirmation in order to enter in on this market. We want to see price trade into these areas, good rejection to the upside, and we can look to get involved. Now, there's no harm in selling into these markets. Just make sure that you are, again, waiting for the right confirmation in order to do so. So you want to see price trade up and into these areas, reject well, before getting involved in this market. So if you haven't done, again, mark these areas out for yourself. These are going to be key points in the market that price could reverse from to continue this bearish correction before its next heavy bull run to the upside. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If there's anything I've gone through today which you're unsure about, please leave it in the comments below. And if you have any questions or queries with regards to the analysis gone through today, if you agree or disagree, please leave them in the comments below as well. Let's create that discussion. And yeah, if there's any other markets that you want to see me do a case study video on, where I give you my overall bias, my longer term goals and shorter term goals, then leave those in the comments also. I'm more than happy to create a video like this one. Now, just to round up this video, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next case study video.